And welcome back to the Morning Blend with our pet project. Some dogs seem to love digging holes. No ID. But chances are they're not just doing it for fun.
Yeah, why do they do it? I want to know. Rachelle LeJeune is back from the Wisconsin Humane Society to help you relieve some of those problems. But first, we got to know who she brought here.
Yes, this is little Colton. He's 2 months
a little
old.
Nervous right now.
Yes,
a little nervous.
But he's such a great disposition, really sweet puppy. He rode so nicely in the crate. He's already microchip vaccinated and neutered, so he's all set to go home when we open at 2 o'clock today.
So
yeah, and he does have.
So wet.
Isn't he adorable?
He's super wet.
He has 2 siblings also back at the shelter.
Oh, do they look just like him?
You know, they're different colorings, but yeah, same disposition. All just loving, affectionate. You know, he's just going to be such a nice dog to train.
He is. He's adorable.
Do you dig holes? So
he's got some. He's got some claws.
Yeah.
What's the deal? Why do dogs do that?
Yeah.
Why do they dig?
Why do they dig? So we have to kind of identify
diggers.
that because we can't stop it until we know. So it could be any number of reasons. Sometimes it's attention-seeking behavior. They get attention for it, so they continue doing it. It could be to protect themselves from the elements, so from the heat, from the cold. It could also be kind of regulate their body temperatures from the heat or cold.
What about hiding something like a bone?
Yeah, so sometimes they're digging to bury something. It's a very natural behavior, and digging again for dogs is a very natural instinctual behavior. So we have to figure out why. It could also be from boredom. So they manifest that boredom in a digging behavior, and it's just for entertainment.
Yeah, they need more stimulation then. So what is one of the first steps to get them to stop doing it?
Yeah, so once you identify the reason, then you can start to take steps. If it's for entertainment or for boredom.
Look at that dog go.
Yeah, and that's actually a terrier. So terriers are very natural diggers. So that's something they're bred for. So if they're bred for it, it's instinctual.
Oh, wow.
You can actually provide them a digging zone where they can dig, and they can do that naturally. So a sandbox will suffice, bury some treats in there, some of their toys, and that can be a great outlet for them. If it's out of boredom, you can provide them with an assortment of toys. So vary the toys as well. You know, every day kind of rotate your toys out so they don't have the same group of toys.
Is it just trial by error though, figuring it out?
Well, you have to identify it. So, you know, if it's boredom, oftentimes you know because they're lacking in exercise.
Okay.
So exercise or social interaction with people or other dogs. And some dogs are just left outside for too long and they just start to get bored. So if they're left outside in a fenced-in yard, they look for things to do to entertain themselves, like chewing or digging. So we can start to correct that by exercise, taking them outside of that yard and giving them stimulation. If it's something like regulating their temperature, if it's hot or if it's cold outside, providing them a dog house where they can get out of that element, or bringing them inside is a good.
What about dogs who are digging to try to escape the yard?
Yes, so that can be actually pretty dangerous. So, if they're trying to get out of the yard, there's something that's scaring them, or they're trying to get away from it in the yard, or something that's outside the yard that could be attracting them. So oftentimes we say that can be dangerous because if they get out, they can get hit by a car or they can get stolen. So having a fence that's about 1 to 2 feet underneath the ground, they can't dig under that. And then also making sure that, you know, you're keeping them supervised. So oftentimes if they're in the yard, we don't want to keep them unsupervised because we can't catch that behavior. So bring them inside where we can supervise them, or just sit outside with them while they're in the yard. But there are some tactics. There's something called a Snappy Trainer that you can actually put in areas where they're digging. So it's like a mousetrap, except it doesn't hurt them when you
just startles them.
Exactly. So as soon as they step on it, it trips it, and it'll actually snap and kind of pop up out of the ground, and so it deters them from that area. You can put it on countertops, you can put it in garbage cans, places you don't want them to be, furniture.
That's smart.
So it's a very
What's that
humane
called
way.
again?
Snappy Trainer.
Okay.
Called a Snappy Trainer, and it's a very humane way that doesn't harm them, of just startling them and deterring them from that behavior. Also, you can put, you know, if they're digging, you can cover it with plywood or a garbage lid top, and then cover it with dirt so they hit a solid barrier. But again, we have to figure out the reasons why, you know, they're digging, because without that, we can't really prevent it. And it is a very instinctual behavior, especially for some breeds that are bred for it, like terriers. So in order to curb that behavior, we have to find out why.
In terms of like yelling at a dog or any of that?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question. Sometimes people try to catch them and stop it in the act. That can actually have the reverse effect, because dogs they can continue the behavior if they get attention for it.
I was going to say, it's still attention, right?
attention.
Whether it's positive or negative.
Yep, it's still attention,
Okay, so get the Snappy Trainer.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, what's his name again?
This is Colton.
Colton's available today at the Ozaki campus. 414-ANIMALS is the phone number to call, or stop in Saukville. They're right on Decorah Street. WIHumane.org. You feature all the animals too. A lot of the animals available for
yes,
adoption.
they're all on our website.
Yeah, he's so sweet.
Thank
Look at
you
his little
so much.
belly.
I know. It's adorable.
Oh,
Thanks again.
so cute.